Hey everyone, we're back with a brand new game, just beginning the game. This is Disney Infinity 2.0. We're going to do a little beginning review video where we're just going to go over the beginning, I think maybe around 20 to 30 minutes, and then we'll do a little review of it. And then as we're doing that, we're going to be probably talking about it quite a bit, like an overview of how it begins and what you need to do, and if you plan on buying the game, you're gonna have to do this thing and that thing. Essentially, we got the collector's edition, and that one took a while to ship. I know the game has been out for about 2 days already, but we also got Venom, as well as Spider-Man, as well as some other stuff that has been released. Alright, so in the collector's edition, I'm going to talk about this a bit. What you get is, if you're planning to get the collector's edition, don't get Captain America, don't get Hulk, and don't get Hawkeye, because they have it already. I actually pre-ordered 2 Hulk toys, and it actually came in the collector's edition, so you don't need it. Don't buy those. Don't buy Hulk, don't buy Captain America, and don't buy Hawkeye if you're getting the collector's edition. If you're only getting the starter pack, it's going to be Iron Man, Thor, and Black Widow. So, depending on what you're getting, you make your decision. Be sure not to buy doubles. Alright, so let's continue. As well, you're going to get a special stand if you get the collector's edition. Check out the unboxing video. It's a really big box. You're going to need a car. If you don't have a car, I don't know how you're going to carry it. It's like carrying a chair. Like executive chair. Alright, it says if you have a Marvel playset piece, you want to put it on the Disney Infinity base before you continue. Alright, so we do at the beginning when you buy the starter kit, they do give you some sort of playset, which is the see-through thing, and it has the Infinity shape. So we just put it on, and it lights up. We're gonna continue. And there's Captain America. Now, I didn't put the other piece on now. Like Thor and Iron Man, I didn't put them on. So, we'll have to see. Now, if there's a specific character you want to see, let me know. We're going to do unboxing video for almost all of the toys. Like Captain America, Venom. What else? Hulk, Hawkeye, Iron Fist, Nick Fury. As well as the last one. What is the last one? Rocket Raccoon. Alright, so we have some of the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff as well.
Rise and shine, Natasha.
You really ought to get your AC fixed, Stark. What's going on?
No idea. Jarvis, you up and at 'em? We need a status report.
Security override's coming online now, sir. I'll have an update for you in 40 seconds.
Perfect. When he comes to, tell him he lost another 80 years.
What happened?
No idea. Butler 5000's looking into it.
Halt! Cold!
Sir, did you hear?
That's not...
You see? This is why we can't have nice things. Hang on, Jarvis, I'm rerouting voice modulation.
Easy, big guy. We're working on it. Loki!
No, it's Tony. Remember? We're Avengers together. Secret handshake and everything.
As I was saying, sir, it appears Loki and the Frost Giants have successfully invaded Manhattan. The current focus of the attack is Avengers Tower.
That here!
Sensors show Frost Giant activity throughout the building, with a large concentration around the lab.
Lab, huh? What's Loki want with Stark Tech?
It will not be something good, I assure you. Maybe we should check in with S.H.I.E.L.D., see if they've learned anything.
I'm afraid that's quite impossible, sir. Avengers Tower is on auxiliary power only. Our outside communication has been severed.
I say we go in. Hulk is smashing. And see what these little imps are up to.
Alright, so one of the things I noticed already is during the scene, there's some pixelization, and essentially it kind of looks like square dots on a computer. But now it's saying that missing Disney Infinity figure. Please place a Disney Infinity figure on the Disney Infinity base. Alright. No, I'm really tempted to put like maybe like the Incredibles guy on. Should we? Should we try it? Yeah, let's try it. Alright, let's just try it for fun. If it doesn't work, what does it say? Your Disney Infinity figure on the player 1 slot on the base must be from the play set that you are currently in. And we're in the... Yeah, alright. So we're in the Avenger Tower play set. So let's put Iron Man on. I think everyone likes Iron Man. Let's put Iron Man on then. Iron Man, let's go.
I'll attempt to activate security systems while you and your team make your way to the lab.
The mission guide indicates the direction and distance to your next mission objective.
Alright, L stick to move. And it looks like we can double jump. Access the elevator. Let's run towards this thing. It looks much better now so far, I mean, compared to Infinity 1 because... Oh, wow, we can fly. Alright, we can hover. This is actually pretty cool. And can we attack? Alright, we can.
You'll need to unfreeze the elevator before you can use it.
Alright, those are some nice sound effects.
The elevator seems to have been damaged in the attack. Applying some force should break it free.
It says press X to jump. And then triangle.
Next up, laboratory level. Another device has prevented our descent. One good jostle should do the trick.
Press X to jump.
Now arriving at the laboratory level.
Alright, what you need to do there is press X to jump and then press triangle while you're in the air. If you're not in the air, you won't activate it. So be sure that you're in the air. Now, let's see where we are going. Alright, let's try to jump over. We can double jump. I don't think you could double jump in the first game.
Are in several locations throughout the tower. I'm sealing the doors until each threat has been eliminated.
Alright, so Jarvis has sealed the door until you have finished them off.
Want a little more?
Oh, that is pretty cool. Look at how Iron Man's armor, you could only see his like light in the dark.
Threat managed.
Oh, smart Jarvis. Okay, so Jarvis has eliminated some of the guys through the lasers. Now our objective is probably...
You tripped the security override. Laser defense has been activated.
We have to avoid the lasers. And hopefully we don't die from it.
Careful. This area has sustained structural damage.
Now one of the things is you can't blast from afar. That's what I don't like so far. Well, maybe you can, but they just didn't teach us yet. No, he taught us to press triangle to attack. Okay, O is to block. If you feel like blocking. Of course, we can pick up the enemy with square. Alrighty, how do I run? Oh wow, we have R2. Oh, R2 is to shoot. Oh, this is good. Alright, how do I hover now?
That was not your most shining of moments.
Okay, I thought I was supposed to go on to the other side, but we're not. I still want to go over there to collect the things. Alright, still can't figure out how to run though. Okay, we can hover. Oh boy.
Frost giants approaching. It appears they've tunneled through the wall.
This is pretty cool, except the only thing is I can't get the camera right. There should be a lock on, so it automatically switches camera to the nearest enemy. But there isn't. There is a lock on, but it doesn't move your camera. That's the problem. Other than that, this thing feels pretty cool so far. Alright, let's dash. I like how we can dash. The thing is, we can't dash in the air.
The laser defense for this area can be
Character who's
turned
been
off
defeated
using
won't
the
be available
appropriate
for a while.
access panel.
Place a new figure on the base to continue.
Alright.
Your current character can return to the previous checkpoint.
That was an accident. I was busy dashing. I didn't notice that laser popped up. So let's hack the terminal. Yeah, and we don't need to do anything. That's a good thing. I think we turned it off.
Frost giants are damaging the tower. Defeat them before they compromise our assets.
Alright, let's try to take out some guys. Now I'm wondering if there's a super move. If there is, that would be cool. And you need to go near the things that they drop to actually pick them up, or they will disappear on their own.
Kidding me? Oh yeah, I'm not hating this.
Alright, we leveled up. Oh, we just blew up our own thing. Alright, let's dash a little. Again, the camera angle isn't switching on its own.
Danger suppressed. Opening access now.
Alright, where are we supposed to go? Over there. I think there should be a ladder for us to climb up. Yeah. Or a pole. I don't know how I don't know why Iron Man would be climbing. He can fly. Alright, that certainly doesn't look good. The R2 attack isn't that strong, if you're wondering. That's why they're not dying that quickly. I prefer punching. And that's what I recommend too, for you to punch instead of shooting. Generally, I like shooting because... Oh, wow. Okay, moving lasers. You want to be careful there.
They have escaped through the ventilation system. Proceed with caution.
Hello.
You're nearly there. I see you've arrived at the lab. The Frost Giants have removed the arc reactor from the power core. Explosion is imminent.
Alright, it's gonna explode.
You must stabilize the power core while there is still time. Working to power on the control panel now.
Alright, so there's a big arrow telling us to go a certain way. And these things, after you have unlocked them, or I guess kind of run by them, you still need to pick them up, or they will disappear. So they're hovering on the ground. I really think they should make one of those magnet things where you just walk by them and they get sucked up.
In case you are unable to stabilize the power core, this force field will contain the blast.
Oh, really? So we're gonna die with it if we don't make it. That's what Jarvis is saying.
Well, you gotta go.
Again, the punching one is better. Oh wow, our health is going down a lot. You want to be careful. To be honest, I can't tell which one are recovery or for recovery. If there is one of them for recovery. They just all have different colors.
Frost Giants to further damage the power core.
Now this looks like the vortex that held the Red Skull and Captain America.
The core has been successfully stabilized. The lab seems to be intact, but the arc reactor technology has been removed.
Okay, let's run along here.
Tony for the win. Somebody make a note of that. Well, now I'm even cooler. Thanks.
Alright, so you can continue on. That was the first stage, and that is the beginning of Disney Infinity 2.0. So far, I think the game is pretty cool. I'm a huge kind of Marvel fan, and I gotta say that a lot of things here is, I don't know, I'm familiar with it, especially a Stark Tower, and I like watching how the Hulk and Captain America as well as the other people interact, as well as, well, I guess Spider-Man's going to be coming on soon if we unlock the playset. So, Spider-Man will be there as well. If you're thinking about getting Disney Infinity 2.0, I really recommend it. Now, if you're thinking, hey, do I need to play Infinity 1, Disney Infinity 1? Not really. You don't have to play Disney Infinity 1 to understand 2.0 because they're totally different. Infinity number 1 was more like The Incredibles, Monster University. There wasn't any Marvel kind of characters in there. So if you like Marvel superheroes, then this is the set you want. Not 1.0, but 2.0. Okay, other than that, if you're planning to get either the collector's edition or the starter pack. Now, what I recommend is to get the collector's edition. That's my opinion, though. Let me just do a bit of a calculation for you. I think the collector's edition is about, let's say it's about 169 or 170. Let's say it's 180. And the starter pack is about $70. You're going to have to buy the 3 toys, which are about $15 anyways. The toys that comes with the collector's edition are Captain America, the Hulk, as well as lastly Hawkeye. So if you add 15, another 15, and another 15, that's about $115 already. And you also get that big giant playset stand thing, which is pretty nice. So that's, I think, is worth it. I recommend getting the collector's edition instead of the starter pack. That's what I recommend. I mean, as a collector, I think it's good, and for an extra, you know, it isn't a lot really. For an extra, let's say $50, you also get some other stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's what I recommend. I recommend getting the collector's edition. But if you can't get your hands on the collector's edition, you can always get the starter pack. You have to buy the toys separately. I know on Amazon, what they've done is they allowed you to order the starter pack. And then with the starter pack, I believe you get 3 or 4 free toys. Absolutely free. So at the price of a starter pack. So that's a good deal. I recommend getting that if you can't get the collector's edition. I know the collector's edition is really rare at the moment. So if you do get your hands on a collector's edition, or you see one at the store, I recommend you grab that one instead of the starter pack. But that is about it for this video. That is the beginning of Disney Infinity 2.0 Marvel Superheroes. And that's my suggestion for the game if you're planning to get it. If you want to get the collector's edition.